really just use that 6'3", 6'2" frame to just take up a lot of space and make guys work on the line of scrimmage. So really excited about getting him in here. He has some toughness. I think he started his career off as a safety. Was a high school basketball player. So just a lot of good things just from a coaching standpoint to work with, and we're looking forward to getting him in here.
Questions?
Do you envision him strictly as a cornerback? And you mentioned that he has some experience playing safety, or they once projected him as a safety.
Right, that's an excellent question. I think a lot of those answers will be found out when he gets in here and we start moving him around, and you look at a person's ability to learn different positions and everything like that. But one thing he's shown is that he can be a corner, in this league.
Grady has all the physical attributes. Where are areas where you really want to work with him on?
Right, you want to take what he does well and make it better, and then just continue to develop him from that standpoint. Anytime you're dealing with a longer defensive back, there may be some issues in space and off coverage and everything like that. And a lot of times in college, you really do what you're best at doing as often as you can. So we'll find out exactly what it is that he needs to get better at, but right now we want to focus on what we do have.
Grady, he's had some couple injuries over the past couple of years. Do you think that's the reason maybe he fell down the board a little bit?
I'm not sure. A lot of times beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and some people like certain things. I know what I like. I know what we like here. I know what we need. So I'm really not sure about why the other teams did not pick him up before now, but I'm just glad he's available for us to pick him up.
Did you get a chance to work with him much in the process leading up to this?
I did have an on-field experience with him at the Combine, and that probably helped me from a visual standpoint, just standing next to him and realizing how big of a player he is, big of a person he is, and looking at his skill set of size and athletic ability. That helped me for sure.
Grady, what makes him such a good press corner?
Like I said earlier, he just doesn't back up. A lot of times in today's game, guys walk down on the line of scrimmage, and as soon as the receiver moves or the receiver flinches, they back up, and we're giving back the space that we walk down to take away. And he doesn't do that. He's been coached well at Purdue by those guys how to play an aggressive. Really, I shouldn't say aggressive. Just stay on the line of scrimmage and make receivers work.
With Porter and Trice, that's two guys with good size, good length. How important are those traits to you guys at the cornerback position?
Yes, it's important. I mean, you look at the guys that we have to play in our division. You look at the receivers that we have to cover in our division. You look at the backs that we have to tackle in our division. Size and length and toughness is definitely important. And like I said, we'll look good getting off the bus. So we just got to coach them up and get them going in the right direction.
In terms of your cornerback additions, Pat Peterson came from a almost strictly zone background. Now you have two rookies that are more press man types. It used to be that teams would have a type, whether we're a cover 2 team or a cover 3 team or a man team. I feel like it's more important for you guys to be able to do a number of different things with different personnel.
Yeah, honestly, I'm not sure that Pat came from a zone scheme or not, to be honest with you. But for us, I believe it's important for us to be able to do whatever is best versus their offense. It may be zone or it may be man. The game is, especially from a defensive standpoint, it's just different now than it was in the past. You really can't just sit in one thing and do that. So to your point, I think it is important to be able to do a number of things.
Along those lines, is there even a point, or are you getting to the point, evolving to the point where it used to be your two outside corners play 100% of the snaps? Is there a point where there are packages where certain guys against certain offensive schemes?
Absolutely packages. Again, to the point of football is just changing. It's not 21 personnel. It's not always 12 personnel. You have these tight ends that could play in the slot as receivers and then create a 3-man surface in the run game. So packages are definitely important. It was big for us last year, and I believe it will continue to be big for us in the future.
One more, Grady, how big was the fact that Trice has gone up against some really good tight ends and has really been used against them at Purdue as almost a tight end eraser at times? How important was that for you when you watched him and watched his tape?
A lot of respect for the tight ends in the Big Ten, a lot of respect for the tight ends in the National Football League, but we need help stopping receivers. And my projection is for him to be able to line up in front of a receiver and make him work on the line of scrimmage.
All right.